Today on EA Sports College Football, two of the better teams in all of the country. It's the Texas Tech Red Raiders and the Ohio State Buckeyes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
On the banks of the Olentangy River, the Horseshoe is one of the most iconic venues in all of sports. Over 100,000 people strong, the Ohio State Buckeyes might have the best home field advantage in all of college sports. These fans are ready to rock and showcase their Buckeyes this season. Guys?
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds.
Plays, but now putting a good drive together, a good response from punting last drive.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Red Raiders!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. Look at the injured player will take a timeout. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Say it. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Touchdown! Buckeye! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. It didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
And he made the extra point without problem.
Through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they take it in for 6 more points. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So it's an 80-yard drive, and it was capped off with an impressive 18-yard touchdown run. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And a lot of times when you get down here in the red zone, man, it's players, not plays. Finding your individual matchups that you feel very confident in. And I'm not surprised they went to their go-to wide receiver. And I'm also not surprised that he won on the outside and got the touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. They marched 58 yards for the touchdown on that one. And they closed the deal with the 7-yarder for the score.
Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Gets it to the back. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
That textbook how you end a first half. You're trailing, you need to put a drive together. Great job using all of the clock, getting the TD, and you want to talk about creating some momentum going into the half and knowing I get the football, so everything trending in the right direction.
Ready to try the point after. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They marched 78 yards down the field, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. Starting wide receiver who the training staff is looking at, and Holly Rule will get us up to date on his condition. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. Oh, what a cut! Continues to fight for yards. Touchdown, Buckeye! He shed tackles like a snake getting rid of his skin.
You become a really good football coach when you got guys like that you can hand it to. Look at him, break tackles and shows you the speed to run away from the defense. Jesse, he is an absolute nightmare.
That's a great point, David. You don't have to scheme this guy up perfectly, which means you don't have to have everybody accounted for blocking because he'll make them miss or he'll break tackles. And then you're right. Once you get into the open field, it's not just physical running, but how about the ability to hit the jets and take it the distance?
And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And what a way to put a stamp on that one with a 41-yard run to the house.
Quarterback make that kind of decision.
A 3rd and long here. They can't pick up the first down without getting the touchdown. Motion from the wide receiver. Lined up in the gun on 3rd down. Saying, touchdown, Buckeyes! The sure hand's in the end zone, and he has 6.
And with this long drive, man, they're just showing you what they've been showing you throughout this football game. They can get it done. They can score points. And now, getting later in the football game, getting up by 3 possessions, the pressure is really on.
Games that test your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? It's the Missouri State Bears and the Texas A&M Aggies. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
When you walk into Kyle Field in College Station, Texas, it is so dynamic. From the traditions, the cheering, the crowd in unison. It is straight up and down of electric Aggie pride. This is one of the most unique places you can ever watch a college football game, and we expect it to be just as loud and energetic here today. Guys, back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly.
Call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They took it 68 yards on that drive, and he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Getting it to the 23-yard line, it'll be first down. Wants to throw it again. Bringing the heat. Unloads to the wideout. Got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Bears.
It was a really nice job on the route concept because they got the safety occupied, which opened up the deep middle of the field for the receiver on the post. He uses his speed. Nice job by the quarterback, putting it out in front of him. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was good to finish things off. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. Sure, there is some intensity on that one. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. Play action with Reed. Lost one deep down the right side. Makes a catch. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
And that's exactly how you draw it up on offense, man. You run the football, you get those bodies committed, Jesse, and you use speed out wide with a little bit of play action.
A really nice job of setting it up by the play caller. You're right. Those linebackers and safeties, they want to come down and support the run, but a really nice throw, excellent route, and they're able to connect for a massive TD.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a pass from 40 yards out.
I'm running physically downhill. That's all you want on those 4th and 2 situations.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Going for 6. Touchdown, Bears! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
That is exactly how you want to end halves. Put a drive together, score the touchdown, a chance to tie this up, and take all the momentum into halftime.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score.
Down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
To the air, it's Locklear. Here comes the heat. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense has it, they're on the move. He's loose down the left side. He's at the tip. Touchdown, Aggie. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And that is a defensive lineman's dream. Ball on the ground, pick it up, make some moves, take it all the way to the house. Palmer, I did think he was going to run out of oxygen.
Yeah, David, I don't know if that guy's ever run that far in his life. They're going to have to get him some oxygen on the sideline soon because he's got to go back on the field right away.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. That the Bears will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not a lot of room to make this catch. And he's still running after the move. Wide open, and it's a foot race. Touchdown, Aggies. The hidden yardage, the big plays, special teams coming through.
Hey, kick it to him at your own will, man, because that dude has a jetpack. He can absolutely fly. You see why they got him back deep, man. Catch it, let people kind of get an angle on him, and he just goes zoof, and takes off, erases angles. His speed back there as a punt returner, man, is it dangerous.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And and he added the extra point. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown.
They get the incompletion, now setting up fourth.
And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. At this point in the game, and this crowd knows this is a huge field goal attempt. Why not get everybody's heart pumping a little bit, bouncing off that right upright and through? They cut into that lead. It's now 28-17.
First down pickup on the option play, but how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. Guys, they're going to pass on taking the sure three here and try to get the touchdown, and this is a pretty big gamble. Here's the pressure. He's not going to get there. Stop short on fourth down. Well, this is not what the doctor ordered in terms of starting field position. Give to the back. Finding some room. He works his way past the first down marker, and that will put this one away. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. Two behemoth conferences, bragging rights at stake, the SEC versus the Big Ten. It's the Nebraska Cornhuskers and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Guys, as you know, Alabama coming off a terrific year last year, getting back into the college football playoff and getting to the second round. But this team has more to prove. They lost their quarterback, Ty Simpson, to the draft, but they still have one of the most dynamic wide receivers in the country. Brian Coleman-Williams is looking for a little redemption after a low production year last year. The fans can't wait to see what this version of the Crimson Tide will look like this season. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. It's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
Deep shot for the end zone. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and they'll get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finish things up with a dart from 24 yards out. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. He slides that just inside the right upright. That'll bring him to within 4.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
To the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Dropping back, it's Mack. Zings it complete to the right. Found a little grass. 10. Touchdown time. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a huge play in the passing game, covering 67 yards to the end zone. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Right down the boulevard. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is... So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And it's good! And they get a little closer here, facing a 3rd and long. Throwing Mack. Under fire. He makes a grab. They will score! Touchdown, Crimson Tide!
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense. Not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done, and now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And after the extra point, they're on top by 12. Cornhuskers, that's their first. And with the clock stopped, they can get their thoughts together to call this play after picking up the first. And it's grabbed for the late touchdown. And how about this? It's not over yet.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They go 83 yards on the drive, and it was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. Just under a minute and a half to play, and to have a shot, you got to believe they have to recover this onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than taking another look just to confirm everything. The officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Oh, they're after him. They get to him as he throws. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. Defense making the play. Hey, never hurts to pad the stats on D either, right? And they'll be able to run out the clock.
And how about the defense coming up with a big play late in this football game? Offense trying to put something together. But, man, they anticipated pass. They played with great vision in the back end, broke on the football, Palmer, and they call game.
Yeah, they had the lead. They knew the offense was probably going to have to be throwing the football to try to get back in this thing, and everybody's eyes on the QB. What a great job jumping in front of the pass. Forget knocking it down. Catch the ball, pick it off, end the game.
Glad to have you with us from Bloomington, Indiana, Memorial Stadium. One of the best environments in all of sports. It's the Wyoming Cowboys and the Indiana Hoosiers. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Here in Bloomington, fans are celebrating a national championship, but they understand this is a new season. The fans were insane last year. Memorial Stadium was the best it's ever been. Can they keep that home energy and that hype rocking and rolling here to get this season started? Kurt Zignetti hopes so. He's rebuilding and reloading, and he knows the fans have his back. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Richard. Headed to the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Hoosiers! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. It looks as if they're going to try a field goal. From the left hash, he'll try to bend in a 37-yarder. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. Position. They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. Looking to throw on first down. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Indiana! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, get clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. First down play was any indication they might walk this thing in on 2nd and goal. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Pistols firing, touchdown Cowboys. Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone.
And finally, guys, we've been talking about this offense. When are they going to get it going? When are they going to have that spark? They make the play. They finally get on the board. Now, can they keep the momentum going? Can they play complementary football? Can the defense get a few stops and the offense keep this up?
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they close to within 10, down 17-7. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss.
Be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
Going to the run, it's Richard. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Hoosiers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he makes the extra point. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And it was capped off with an impressive 18-yard touchdown run.
This defense, they don't have to be aggressive. They can sit back. Offensively, you got to put the gas to the floor. Got to make something happen fast.
And it's right down the boulevard. Now down 2 touchdowns, 24-10.
Job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
The Hoosiers have it with a 1st and 10. makes a grab and room to run. Headed to the end zone, and he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Indiana!
Salt into her wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
Today, a top 25 matchup on hand, two of college football's premier teams preparing to square off. It's the USC Trojans and the Oregon Ducks. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
When you talk about decibels, making it hard to play for the opponents, the first stadium you've got to think about is Autzen Stadium in Eugene, Oregon. This is one of the most acoustically challenging places for opponents to step onto the field. The loud and the proud, the Ducks make noise whenever opponents come to town. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly.
The safety came screaming down. He saw that thing coming from a mile away, and he's able to make a big-time stop.
Moore from the gun on third down. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! Made the grab in the end zone.
You're the better team. You're playing at home. That's the way you start a football game. Putting a drive together, getting 6 on the board, taking the lead. Nice start by this offense.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They march 72 yards, and the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. They'd really rather not have to settle for 3. It's 3rd and goal from the 6. To the air, it's Mayava. Lets it fly. Touchdown, USC! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Yeah, and I like this. The QB, you can tell. Quick read, see it, get the ball out of your hands, get the ball out wide to your playmaker, let him do the rest. No monkey business, no waiting in the pocket, no indecision. Nice job. He did a great job reading it and getting it out of his hands.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Grab behind the line. It's Bowman. Oh, he got loose. Touchdown, Trojans. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. Here by the Ducks. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Moore to the air. Touchdown, Ducks! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Every coach in the country talks about finishing half strong. Man, how about that? You get the touchdown, a chance to tie this game up and take all the momentum into halftime.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. And that extra point was good, and we were all tied up here in the second. Break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. On the direct snap, it's Jordan. Touchdown, Trojans! They take the lead with the 6.
That's something you don't see too often, running reverses on third down, the money down in the red zone. But when you've got ability like this guy has, you just got to find ways to get him the football. After the reverse, open field, he uses the speed, takes it in for the score.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone.
Down to make sure this doesn't happen. This offense continues to run through him, and he continues to be successful.
They'll run it. It's Davison. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Ducks!
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with Chicken Wings.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the 4th. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. Out left at their disposal. The Trojans trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Southern Cal! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
Man, what a great job with the execution in a moment where you had to have it. You score the touchdown, you take the lead. There's less than a minute to go in this game. All your defense has to do now is get a stop, and you win.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. He'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Tight end now in motion. They'll go play action with Moore. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Defense ends this game in style, coming up with a turnover, and now they can just kneel it out.
I just love the aggressive nature of this defense and understanding, hey, David, we need one play and this game is over. One takeaway finishes it, and they get it with the pick.
Yeah, and you do these situations all the time, right? You got the lead, the passing situations, you're playing the pass, and they play it beautifully, man. Drop back, great vision, break on the football, and they said, forget this. I'm ending this game right now.
Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw 2 really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, 2 really good teams, man. That's a reason why they're both ranked. They're both really good, and I tell you what, getting this win proves something to everyone else now. Like, I was ranked below this squad. You beat a team that's ranked above you. Now you start to climb up the charts, build some momentum. This squad's about to get some more respect on them.
I think good.
Dallas, Texas, and the Texas State Fair. Played here since 1932, these 2 programs have defined conferences, won national titles, and no matter what happens, they find their way back to each other. And when these 2 meet, the whole nation pays attention. For nearly a century, this venue has stood on the grounds of the Texas State Fair. Glad to have you with us from the Cotton Bowl. It's the Oklahoma Sooners and the Texas Longhorns. alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Bruce Davis. Holly goes down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
The Texas Longhorns enter this season with a ton of optimism. Coming off a 10-win year last year in a season where their young quarterback, Arch Manning, took significant steps ahead. They are so excited to see if they can improve and get back to the college football playoff this season. The offensive line grew from last year. More experience for this great young quarterback. We'll see if Arch Manning can take another step this season. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup.
Of the stadium, and there are thousands upon thousands of people. They don't even realize a football game's going on, Jesse. They're just having a good time.
You're right. It's part of what makes this game.
Breaks into the open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's into the end zone. Touchdown Sooners!
And you knew his legs were a weapon, and he shows it to you right there, running it into the end zone. And this offense, man, they are a good offense, and they are in a good rhythm early in this football game. We talked about the quarterback. We talked about his speed. He can make these type of plays. And on the first drive, Palmer, the defense didn't have any answers. They better find some.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to find them, too, just because of that athleticism and just how he can attack defenses with his arm, with his feet, the different playmakers surrounding him as well. There's a lot to get prepared for in a week when you're playing against this offense, and I just think they saw everything there on that opening drive. They're going to have to do some soul-searching on the sidelines early.
To maybe get the first down, lower my shoulder, be physical. My team needs a couple more yards to get the first down, and dude chose to run.
Maybe a crease. Runs it into the house. Touchdown Longhorns!
And that's a big problem for this defense. When you get that guy in space, it's hard to catch him. You got to bottle him up near the line of scrimmage. Palmer, too much daylight too early in that run.
Yeah, you're right, David. And I think that's what makes this guy unique. With his skill sets, you just know it's a matter of time. You just keep giving him the football. Good things are going to happen. Long touchdowns are going to happen. You saw it right there.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he tacks on the extra point. So an 82-yard drive there. And it was closed down by the fantastic 25-yard touchdown run.
Didn't give up a big play there. They're kind of dialed into what's going on.
They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And with that, they've taken the lead. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. He'll line it up from the right side, a 37-yarder coming up. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. The lead now 6 here in the final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. And this field goal attempt will be a 48-yarder and not straight on from the left side. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. He plays to take home that W. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Splits the uprights, good. And now the lead is even bigger.
I think a big key now moving forward is how does this defense stop him?
They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. First down sack pushes it back. Now it's 2nd down. Here's Arch to throw. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that's step 1. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
And with the lead sitting at 9, they'll try to make it a 1-possession game. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score.
The sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Rushes on him. The offense coughs it up. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. This defense slamming the door on any thought of a comeback, forcing the turnover and sealing the win.
What a great job by the defense here, playing with the lead, knowing the opponent needs a touchdown. They're just trying to get to the ball and punch it out. They practiced this all week, and it comes up big for them late. That turnover is going to seal this thing.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. This rivalry is always full of passion. It brings out the best in both teams, but today, Oklahoma a little bit better, David.
Yeah, it's hard to handle all the hype of the Red River rivalry. And Oklahoma did an unbelievable job coming out the gates, handling it, putting hook and horns where they belong, behind OU.
Yeah, you know, and this is a game that not just these players, but I think fans of college football in general circle at the start of the year every single season. The Red River rivalry is just special because of the tradition and history these two schools bring, but it's all about Oklahoma today. Boomer, Sooner, and bragging rights for another whole year.
To the victor, the spoils. And the spoils in this. Welcome to the big house, Michigan Stadium. A Big Ten showdown is coming. Conference implications aplenty that could resonate for the rest of the season. It's the UCLA Bruins and the Michigan Wolverines. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you here in the booth, and Holly Rowe keeping an eye on all of the storylines down on the sideline. Holly?
Michigan went through one of the most dramatic off seasons we've ever seen in college football, but they have steadied the ship, hiring longtime head coach Kyle Whittingham, who is highly respected and highly thought of in this industry. Whittingham has brought some stability to that program. We'll see if he's able to get the same results on the field with a talented roster. Guys?
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup.
Backfield to catch the football and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too, getting him on the ground.
He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
And that's not the way they want.
Get down right away after he catches the slant.
They could tie the game here with a field goal, but instead looks as if they'll go for it on fourth down. Finds him out of the backfield, and he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines! Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They marched 58 yards for the touchdown on that one. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Nobody's home except the back.
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
Iamaleava from the gun on third down. In the end zone, he's got it! Touchdown, UCLA!
Man, that's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They put together an 81-yard drive, and the score comes on a 35-yard pass for 6. And it's third down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. Right on target the first time, now he'll try another from 24 yards out. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. The lead now 6 here in the second.
Football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Off the RPO, complete. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job, you got points, now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. They marched the ball 51 yards for the score. And they closed the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. Touchdown, Bruins! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. Before that score, considering last rites, now all of a sudden, they're not dead yet. In fact, they're feeling much better, and they're alive, and they've got a chance.
And I'm looking on the field right now, I'm looking at their sideline. They're energized, Reese. After that last score, all of a sudden, they believe they can come back and win this game. This is a totally different looking team than what we saw earlier.
And he makes the extra point. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Here's Iamaleava to throw. Rushes on him, and it's a sack. This is a live look at Carter Finley Stadium in Raleigh, North Carolina. The crowd has this place jumping already. It's the Wisconsin Badgers and the NC State Wolfpack. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
So much good football in the Triangle, but one of the best stadiums in that area is Carter Finley Stadium. NC State gets it rocking. The red and black, 50,000 plus. This is one of the most fun places to watch a game in North Carolina. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. That first quarter. First play of the period, first down here. The play action fake. Throws to the wideout. He makes the catch. Touchdown, Wolfpack. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
It was a really nice job on the route concept because they got the safety occupied, which opened up the deep middle of the field for the receiver on the post. He uses his speed. Nice job by the quarterback, putting it out in front of him. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the capper coming on that 48-yard touchdown dart.
Defense did the job. They got him on the ground. They gave up some yards, but they forced the 4th down.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And it took everything he had, but he barely gets it in.
play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
NC State on the move, set up with another first down. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. There he goes down the right side. Inside the touchdown, Badgers. What a play, not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
Oh, they could not have come up with a bigger play at a more opportune time. The defense getting the interception and taking it back to the house right at a point in the game when it looked like the offense was maybe going to pad their lead and seal this one. All of a sudden, this game has gotten really interesting.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer.
See so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been...
He caught it! Touchdown, Wisconsin! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
This is an offense that has so much confidence. They believe they're able to win the game when it matters the most. They've got the playmakers to do it. You saw it on that last touchdown. Now taking the lead with less than 2 minutes to go.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The extra point is blocked. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap it off with a 32-yard touchdown pass. They've made a decision here, and they're sending out the field goal unit, hoping to get a sure 3. And this to tie us up in the final minute. And he got it! They tied the game in the final seconds.
that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
To the ground, he's got it again. Might have a chance. Makes it past the marker. Touchdown, Badgers! And they're on top here in overtime.
When you have so many playmakers on offense like they do, they can score quickly. You just saw it right there.
The all-important extra point would push this lead to 7. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
Defense before pulling the trigger.
First and goal as they try to answer with a touchdown of their own. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Touchdown, North Carolina State! They got it in, and now an extra point away from the tie.
First off, really impressed by how physical this guy is still running the ball this late in the game. And now it's decision time. You want to play it safe, kick the extra point, or are you feeling aggressive to go for 2 points?
And I think this is all about how you feel about your defense and how you feel about this game extending. Do I have a chance? Do I have better players? Am I more fatigued? Like, all this has to come into account because you got a chance right now with one play to win this football game.
Don't assume on this extra point. They needed to send it to a second OT. And that kick was perfectly down the middle.
You're always ahead of the sticks, and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this.
Touchdown! Wolfpack! They take the lead here in the second overtime period.
What a fantastic route that time. If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field with the windows closed so quickly, you have got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target for the score.
They got the touchdown. Now in the second overtime, you have to go for 2. Wilson will throw. They're working that left side. They got it. Executed beautifully, and the lead is 8 in double overtime. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. In the den of the crowd, here's Joseph. Touchdown, Wisconsin! With that, now a 2-point conversion away from triple overtime.
I think the quarterback showed his head coach a lot on that last touchdown pass, the poise and the confidence. And because of that, David, on this upcoming 2-point play, you might just put it back into his hands and let him go win it for you.
Yeah, man, I need it again, right? Like these rules, I got to go for 2. This is a clutch moment. Obviously, got to come up big. Do you trust him again? You worked on these 2-point plays all year long, all week long. That's what you do. You know the rules. Now you got to go execute.
They need this 2-point conversion to send us to triple overtime. Trying to pound their way in. They cannot convert. A